I'm Besten, from Managing Partner for Sub-Saharan Africa for the Aureus Africa Fund, which is a 2008 vintage fund investing in Sub-Saharan Africa, $382 million fund. The one that stands out at the moment for us is our exit out of the South African industrial holding company SAVCA-EY, which was an investment that we started looking at in 2009 and completed finally in 2009. We invested with management in that transaction from a financial sale, and we worked with the company for 3 years, building a regionalization structure and an expansion program, which is the value add that we try and bring to our partner companies to take them across borders and into Africa. This was quite successful with SAVCA-EY. We restructured their local balance sheet and created an offshore structure for their non-South African holdings. At the time of investment, we always were quite adamant to get in strategic partners once we've structured the company and set it up for further growth into the African markets. We engaged with a number of potential partners for this. We got an offer, we received an offer from one of the potential partners in this, and in terms of the preemptions in our shareholders agreement, management put their hand up and said that if we want to dilute or exit a portion of our shareholding to the strategic partner, they would like to have an opportunity to see if they can fund an exit of 100% of our shares at that value, which we obviously gave to them, and they were successful in raising the funding at that pricing, and the pricing to us was obviously very attractive, otherwise we wouldn't have looked at bringing the strategic in. And eventually the transaction was closed out and paid out, and we exited in early 2013 at a 4.4 multiple of cash and a 48% IRR. The exit was a sale to management under the preemptions, triggered by an offer that we'd received from a third party that was interested in coming into the asset. The rationale for us exiting 100% of our shareholding instead of just a portion to a strategic was that the offer from management was for all our shares, and taking into account the current economic environment in South Africa at the time from a growth point of view and a GDP growth point of view, and the exchange rate that was busy slipping, we saw the opportunity to do 100% exit at the time. As we know, IRRs are driven by quick cash flow, so that was one of the reasons, and we felt that it was the right time. Absolutely. Absolutely right. We're looking at a exchange rate 30% worse than it was. Us being a dollar fund, it would have made quite a significant difference to our returns as the transaction was a rand-based local transaction. I think it was a great exit. We worked well together with both sides of advisors. It was a win-win exit. Management obviously very excited to increase their stake in a business that was their livelihood, and they understand that asset extremely well. We had a great ride with the company and a great experience with management, and working together on this was quite an eye-opener as we all were working towards the same goal, although we were on opposite sides of the fence. But the pricing had been set by an independent third-party offer, so the negotiations weren't around the pricing anymore. It was about timing and tax structures, etc. So it was a very great experience to work together to achieve this great exit for us. being in private equity, we could always do better. But I think given the returns of 48% IRR and 4.4 times cash, we're extremely happy with the performance of that asset. The exit process in private equity starts when you invest. So from day one, your hypothesis and your investment case is built around what you're going to do with the asset. We refer to that as our value creation plan when we enter into the investment. So from day one, we had a specific path mapped for this investment, and it started off with taking the company into Africa. Once they're into Africa, finding a strategic partner. So the storyline played out pretty much as we had plotted it would be, and fortuitously the timing was a bit sooner than we did, but at the pricing that was attractive to us. I'm sure there's, in every private equity fund, there's opportunities that are missed. The old maxim is that some of the best deals you do are those that you don't, and some of the worst deals that you do are those that you miss. So I guess I can't specifically say that there was an exit that we should have done that we didn't do. We're always on the lookout for exits, and we're always planning for exits. The economic situation, either in a country, in the world, in a region, often dictates whether one should accelerate an exit program and sometimes take a quicker exit, or you need to make a call, and a measured call, whether you should hold a bit longer and wait for further growth or further stabilization in currencies going forward. And it remains a opportunistic point of time often, but still based on a plan that one drives quite vigorously.